Hello and welcome to yet another Business Fix series. So this is a fourth, series, or let's say fourth chapter in the series, wherein we are going to discuss the business problem and a solution to it. So let's just quickly move to the problem. So we have a problem, and problem is with Mr. J. So what he's saying that KPI scorecard is 100%, which means our shipments are on time, yet our working capital is under stress. So Mr. J is saying that all the shipments are on time, and he assumes that all the amount that is going to be received post shipment should be get in well within time, but still working capital is under stress. So there is a concern. So let's just quickly unveil the concern here. Let's just do the problem debrief. So commercial invoices are sent to the customer along with shipment, but DSO is trending upward. So which means that our DSO, instead of either being the constant or should be reducing because we are doing the shipment on time, it is not. We are still getting our funds, or our realization from the receivable is either at the same pace or it is moving upward. So which means that there is a delay. Okay. Revit recently upgraded ERP application have amended the way of invoice, but to be uploaded in the portal. Okay, which means that there are some upgrades that has happened in the ERP because of which this issue arise. So we need to decode that why ERP is, instead of enabling that, it is like acting as a bottleneck in achieving the lower DSO. Pressure on credit limits, delaying further shipments to the customer. Okay, so which means that there are some credit challenges or credit score issues or credit limit issues because of which shipments which has been made available, but it is not getting shipped. Which means that we have the ready-made inventory available, and as per Mr. J, his scorecard is saying that he is having 100% shipment for all those good, but I think it is getting stuck in some documentation. Okay, cash flow forecasts don't match actual collection, causing the planning issue. Okay, which means that he assumes that when he has done the shipment from his side, he assumes that shipment is done, it has been dispatched to the customers, and hence our collection period start from the date once he has booked and shown shipment as shipped in his dashboard, rather than actually confirming whether the shipment has actually moved out and it has been dispatched from the warehouse. Okay, operational bottlenecks which delay in the invoicing and the debit memos. Okay, so which means that the underlying assumption or the KPI or the scorecard basis which he assumes that his shipment are done is somewhat not correct, and he has to either amend his KPI, or if he does not want to amend his KPI, he has to take corrective action on all these five issues which is being coming here. Then only we could able to figure out that why this is happening. I mean, all his shipments are on time, yet he could not able to get the proper collection, or his DSO is still inflating, or it is increasing rather than decreasing. So let's just try to decode this problem by having another level of detailing so that we are clear exactly where is the issue. So just move to the next slide, please. Okay, so let's just have a detailed look on the problem. DSO is trending upward. Okay, DSO is calculated from the invoice date and not from the date of dispatch. Okay, shipments are sometimes delayed by 3 to 4 days of printing invoice. Okay, commercial invoice doesn't specify date and the time of dispatch, shipped to the address. Okay, so which means what's happening? Invoice is being generated the moment the goods are ready to be shipped, and invoice has been generated to ensure that it should move along with the shipment. Now a situation is there wherein it is ready for the shipment, it is being inventory is being loaded into the truck, but inventory has not actually dispatched. So which means that as per Mr. J, he is saying that goods are shipped, but goods are not actually shipped. So this is a major reason of concern, and because of it is what is happening, DSO is calculated from invoice date, because once we have created the invoice, we start calculating DSO, but this dispatch itself got delayed, and hence the assumption that we are going to get the money as per the original agreed payment terms, that is going to get derailed, because customer will only pay the goods once customer has the confirmation that goods has been dispatched. Right? Okay, so his his payment cycle would either rise at that point in time, or as per the contract, if it is a kind of a CIF contract, then he would definitely ensure that his countdown would start once he received the goods. Shipments are sometimes delayed 3 to 4 days. So, I mean, this is the challenge here. I mean, if we are delaying the shipment by 3 to 4 days, it means that we are actually delaying the collection period itself. And commercial invoice doesn't specify the date and time of dispatch. Ship to address which is mandated by. Sometimes commercial invoices does not specify the date and time of dispatch. They only have the date on which it is printed. So which is a gap here. So that it is assumed that those goods are actually shipped while they were not, and hence Mr. J dashboard showing the 100% shipment, but actually the goods are still lying in the warehouse because it has not been dispatched, and it normally take 3 to 4 days. This is this scenario that it's going to take some more time before it is actually dispatched to the customer. Okay, then move to the next point here. Upgraded ERP and now uploading the invoices. Okay, so recently ERP upgrade helped to reduce the time lag. Okay, which is good, but for that tax data, okay. So I think the upgradation of the ERP has actually facilitated to early to make the invoice loading process smoother. But I think the changes in the master data of the taxes is something which is not completely integrated, and because of which the whole purpose of this e-invoicing has been, which should actually as an enabler is actually acting as a disabler, because tax masters are not upgraded to match the recent changes in the GST, or let's say for Indian scenario HSN code and other things are not matched properly, because of which even when shipment is ready it is not getting dispatched from the warehouse. Customers are not informed about the recent changes in the process, so which means that sometimes customers who are our where we are sending the goods and they were supposed to pay us, they are, we are not able to suppose the post update or post the invoices, or upload the invoices in the portal itself, because of these changes has been recently been done, and hence customer is not clear. So when we upload these invoices and reflect in the customer portal, they are not clear that how to process those invoices, because these changes were not being informed to the customer as well. So this is actually delaying the entire process of conversion of the inventory into the real cash. Okay, move to the next one. Data and documentation. Commercial invoice not matching with the PR needs. So this is a typical operational challenges wherein it is not matching with the detail. Incomplete supporting document, incorrect billing details. So these documentation issue is creating a challenge, because of which even though everything is ready, goods are ready, they are truck loaded, they are waiting for the final dispatch, but because of these nuances the goods are not getting shipped, and Mr. J is assuming that he has done his work and he's sitting relaxed that he's going to get the payment on time, but which is not the case here. Okay. Alignment with the customer. For customer invoicing is important to trigger to proceed to the invoice booking system. Some customers make weekly payment based on the category of supplier. Missing one cycle means, okay. So which means that a small delay in the documentation or any other process from the supplier side, wherein we are sending the good to the customer, it will trigger a whole delay, because let's say some customers have set their mapping in such a way that they have to make a one payment in a week, and let's say if a single day has lost, it will go to the next week. So this is how it's going to delay the internal mechanism wherein payments are not getting right. Customer internal workflow delays. This is something which is customer problem. Credit terms not aligned with the actual delivery acceptance. So these are some challenges which is being which is rising because of non adherence to some of the terms which otherwise should have been done much before the dispatch of the goods. And last, operational challenges. Commercial invoice generated first, and there's a lag in the actual shipment. Some customer require proof of delivery for booking AP invoices, which is not available. And on account payment receipts are booked, and there is a time lag between the offsetting that on account payment with the actual AR invoice. So these are like some of the details on the challenges that has been decoded during the investigation by Mr. G. And then Mr. G will definitely come with a solution that how all these problems can be removed or looked into in a meticulous way, so that those issues which is being currently suffered or challenges which is currently suffered, that can be moved away. So let's just quickly move to have a look at the solution which is being provided by Mr. G. Okay, so let's just quickly have a solution then. So we have a solution and Mr. G has provided the solution. Let's just quickly have that. Okay, so what he's saying, standardized commercial invoice quality. Very true. I mean, there's a gap in terms of how the commercial invoice is getting printed, and then the date and the stamping of the dispatch date has to be there. So to make sure that everyone is clear that the printing of commercial invoice is not itself mean that it is being shipped, and same has been notified to Mr. J as well, so that he has to amend his dashboard or KPI. So to make sure that the actual dispatch date should be considered as the shipment date rather than the commercial invoice date. Strengthen the collection function, absolutely yes. So it has to be strengthened to make sure that we have terms and condition being aligned with the customer much before the dispatch of the goods, and he is clear that what is the start date of the from which DSO will be calculated. Overhaul the DSO metrics to reflect the reality. Strengthen the supply chain and logistic operation activity, and finally the operational efficiencies. So these are yet the high level fixes which is being proposed, and each one of these fixes will have an element of process and the systems integration and the automation, which includes the artificial intelligence. So we'll just quickly have a look at all these elements and see that how process tweaking, process amendment plus technology changes and introduction of the artificial intelligence can help us to build a process. This is which we are absolutely aligned and clear that once this process is followed, then all the apprehensions and all the challenges which Mr. G is facing because of the wrong set of information, that will no longer be there. And he's clear as to when he's assuming that goods are shipped, those are not actually shipped. The goods are shipped when they are dispatched finally, and that is the date from where he can calculate his working capital impact. So let's just move to the next slide. Okay, so let's just quickly have a look at the solution then. Okay, so first one, standardized commercial invoice quality. I mean, definitely there was a challenge and we need to strengthen that process. So what they are saying then, create a document accuracy checklist, GST and PO reference, rate, text, address, etc. And force pre-dispatch validation to ensure invoice matches the PO, GRN and the avoid customer rejection, which is good. Auto attach supporting document like error copy, e-way bill, and proof of delivery, and AI based system alerts for any notification. Okay, so these are like four steps which includes a mix of process changes plus automations plus artificial intelligence that needs to be implemented to strengthen the commercial invoice quality itself, because this is a major concern that commercial invoice is not having some of the information which is required, and it is not having kind of a logic there to be built, that a pre-dispatch validation should be there, which was not there. So basically at the time of dispatch only all the validation was done. So pre-dispatch validation should be there to ensure that all the informations are captured and validated, so that at the time of dispatch no such rejection should come. AI based system alert should be there, so that any kind of the notification, if it all needs to be given to the customer, it should be given, and customer is fully aligned that these goods are delivered and these goods are going to dispatch at this point in time, and if at all any support is required from the customer to facilitate that, it can be done. Strengthen the collection function. Structure the follow-up cadence like day plus 5, D plus 15. So collection strategy needs to be worked upon. Automated reminders for upcoming and overdue payments. Collection team follow-up uniform script, minimizing the variability. This is the most important, because sometimes what happens that collection agents are talking to the customer for the same customer. The multiple agents are talking and with the multiple languages. So we can use the generative AI features so that we can create a custom template to reply to those customers in a standardized way. Real-time AI dashboard, and the customer call logs and commitment tracking. Overall DSO metric. Categorize the customer based on agreed metric for the payment of due date from effective date form. Redefine the due and overdue bucket for the DSO metric. So apprehension that DSO start from the date when the commercial invoice is having the date of the shipment is wrong thought. It needs to have the date when the goods have either actually dispatched, that is the right time, and if there's a time lag of 4 to 5 days, that is to be considered to calculate the DSO. Strengthen the supply chain and the logistic activity. Automate the process of creating the e-way bill, challans, and minimize the delay in giving to give go signal and to freight forwarders. Automate the process of taking receipts on the goods delivery and recording. So basically, some of the logistic issues which is actually happening manually, because of which it was causing the delays, those approval mechanism and those documentation part to be automated to such an extent that instead of somebody waiting, it should be available at the time when the goods are ready to be dispatched. Strengthen the finance team activities. Automate to reduce the time between the good dispatch and invoicing. Automation of knocking off the customer payment with the invoices in the customer department. Dashboard on account payment and the faster allocation of the due invoices. And likewise, build cross-functional alignment, sales, dispatch, and finance. Strengthen the handoff between the marketing, supply chain, and the logistic team. Create a war room to discuss the challenges in the customer management. Faster customer re-rating based on the payment track record and improve the credit worthiness. So, objective of this entire solutioning is that this solutioning is attacking each and every element of the problem. First of all, we are not providing a solution at the high level, we are providing solution at the detail level, because our diagnostics have detailed the problem. So since we have detailed problem available with us, hence we are able to provide a detailed solution. The good thing is that we are not providing the solution which works disjointly. So what we are saying that you have to have a solution which comprises of the three big element in any process, which is the process itself, technology, and then the people. So what all changes we need to bring into the process, technology, and people, and how harmony among all these three elements can enable to stitch a process and come up with the final process. So which means that we are saying that you have to automate certain set of things, you have to enable the artificial intelligence certain set of things, you have to improve your documentation and the process itself by filling up the white spaces. You have to bring a harmony between the multiple departments, like we have mentioned here. You need to create the harmony between uh, by creating the war room to discuss the challenge of customer management, and likewise strengthen the handoff between the marketing, sales, and supply chain. So this is nothing but the harmony that needs to be created among all the teams to ensure that our process is delivering to the best of the to the best for the organization and to the best for the customer expectations. So the solution is a full stitch solution which can be implemented depending upon the scale at which organization is operating. If organization is operating at a lower scale, the time to implement will be very fast. But let's say if it is at large scale, then definitely there are some loopholes, or I would say the gaps, that white spaces that needs to be stitched in a proper manner, and definitely it will take some more amount of time. So I think this solution itself provided a guide to Mr. J, whether Mr. J, so that he can adopt this and take it further. Now we have to evaluate whether J is satisfied. Is Mr. J is satisfied with this or not? So I think this solution has been provided. So let's just see the reaction of Mr. J once he has this solution available with him. Okay, let's see the reaction. Okay, both of them are shaking the hand, which means that Mr. J is happy to have this solution. And what he's saying then, thanks, Mr. G. I'm clear on the solution. Will with this, I know how to calculate DSO and how to improve the same, which is a good symptom, good sign, in fact. And Mr. G, as usual, he's saying that yes, Mr. J, the success lies in implementing the same, and it has to be implemented by a set of the experts at GJ Management Consulting Team. So this is our methodology whereby we provide the solution and ensure the timely implementation to the satisfaction of our customers. So let's just move to the final slide then. Okay, so Mr. J is relaxed, Mr. G is satisfied. So I think this is how we resolve our problems, resolve business problem. And we request, if you have any problem, any pressing issue which you want to discuss, we are very happy to have an understanding of your issue, and then we can provide a solution to that. Please watch this video till the end. Share your problems also. We are very happy to decode your problem and provide you the best solution. You can write back to us in our query section in the www.gjmanagementconsultants.com, or you can call me at the number which is provided below. So with this, see you tomorrow with yet another solution and the problem and the solution, and then we'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you. Till then, goodbye.